everybody? We back with another episode of Going Live with the MC. Hope everybody is good. Well, today we got another dope guest, as you know. Um, this brother is a blogger for the hip hop community. He has been writing up some really dope stories, some reviews. He reports a lot of the latest news for the hip hop community. And he's just an all around dope brother, man. So without further ado, we just gonna bring him into the chat. My brother CEO Dream.
Peace, beloved. Peace, beloved.
Good, my brother. How you feeling,
I'm
man?
great, man. I cannot complain at all, man. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what's up. That's
I
what's
can't
up.
complain at all. Make
All
sure
right, I'm gonna
I'm gonna
just.
do not disturb real quick so nobody can jump on my shit and fuck it up, you know?
I feel that. I'm sending this out to a few people as well.
All right, that's what's up. Okay.
All right, definitely. How you feeling today, man? Hello.
I'm blessed.
Oh, okay. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Everything is good
Send
on
it.
this end, man.
Yeah, let me send this to a
Everything.
couple of
Yeah,
peoples,
man.
man. Let me send this to the couple of peoples, man. See who we can get up on. Get to show some love and shit, you dig? Okay. There you go. Boom, 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 boom.
All right. What's up, y'all, everybody? So, to those of y'all tuning in, we here. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask them. Just click the question mark at the bottom, and we'll get to them as we go along.
Mm.
So, before I just call you a straight blogger, what's your correct role or title for
Well,
this?
I'm a chief executive officer for HipHopRaisedMeBlog.com. You know, I'm still a MC at the same time though. You know, but I just go on a different moniker with the MC thing. But you know, I'm 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 more than just a blogger, man. I'm a media outlet right now. You know,
Talk about it. Talk about it. Flex your credits, man.
basically we the new gatekeepers. We wanted to celebrate 51 years of the youngest genre of music. We talking about hip hop. It's about the knowledge, the culture, and the lifestyle with hip hop raising. You dig? So we wanted to be able to spread the education,
Right.
of what hip hop is to the younger youth. For those who were coming into the game, who were claiming to be rock stars or claiming to be everything other than the elements of what hip hop entailed.
Okay. So, I got a loaded question for you.
Sure.
Um, how were you introduced to hip hop? What does it mean to you, and how do you play a part in its legacy?
Okay, I was introduced to hip hop back in the 80s when I came to this country. There was this song from it was called The Message from Furious Five and Grandmaster Flash and Furious Five with Melly Mel and all of them. So they had this song called The Message, and it actually, opened my eyes to what New York really was when I came to this
Mm.
country. So it helped me
Where were
to
you coming from?
come from Panama.
Okay, that's dope. That's dope.
Yeah. So, my contributions to hip hop, I always wanted to be a rap star. So I've been in a mix of different things since back in the days. From music videos, appearing in music videos, whether it was knowingly or unknowingly. I was in a bunch of music videos, movies, um, different things, and then wanted to actually do the MC thing. So I went through many of different monikers, as you would say, many different
That's
monikers,
it. That's
till
dope.
it actually sticked to something stuck where I felt more resonated with me or what I was dealing with.
Mm, that's dope. And
Yeah.
how long have you been doing Hip Hop Raise Me?
Well, Hip Hop Raised Me, we actually started it when it was actually 46 years old. So I was running around talking about, oh, 46 years, celebrating 46 years of hip hop and things of that sort. But it actually, I got the idea from DJ Semtech from out of UK in London. Well, he wrote a book. He was the author of the book Hip Hop Raised Me.
I think
So
I heard of it.
yeah, I read that book when I was in prison, and it resonated with me. I've always, I felt like you know, nobody could tell this story better than I, being that I'm from the town. You know what I'm saying? So you know how that
Right.
goes. Yeah.
Nah, that's dope. So do you feel like you have become a part of New York culture or hip hop culture? Like, do you feel like
Yeah,
you're able to
I was
like really,
my every being is the New York culture.
mm,
From me being from Brooklyn. Growing up in different areas in Brooklyn. Also, me being a part of certain things in New York. So trust me. I always felt like I was a master of ceremonies. Those came before me taught me well.
nah, that's dope. That's dope,
Mhm.
definitely. I actually checked out your single, Bottles on a Yacht.
Bottles on a Yacht, yeah, featuring. It's not even featuring. It's actually with, with salute my boy Rudy Lowe. Low lives in the building, two L's. You
Nah,
feel me? But
I felt the grittiness in that one. That was a it was a dope it was a dope track, man, to listen to.
that's what my little relative, Bigger Hood. You dig? So, we've been doing music for a number of years, and that was one of the songs that we created. You know, um, I didn't put it on my last project. Told y'all you can't see me, but you know, I was holding that one in the cut. You dig?
Okay, okay. Well, I got the pleasure of meeting you back in December.
Yeah.
Uh, you were
Right.
doing interviews for a lot of the artists that were performing during that weekend.
Yeah.
Um, and you know, I think what caught my attention with you was that you were like super passionate about it. Like, and I even remember giving you my album, like a physical copy, and I just saw like how you just lit up.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
moments like that was just like, interesting to me because it's like you don't get to meet a lot of people who really embrace the culture, who's really, who breathe hip hop, like who's like, yo, any
Right.
piece of culture
Right.
that they get to like have and hold on to is like it's a
Tell you
golden moment.
Let me tell you something. Stuff like that means a lot to me. Because I remember when I was running around selling my CDs throughout the 5 boroughs before
Mm,
everything started popping off into the digital platforms. I was going to different neighborhoods with my CD, not even, you could say fresh out the trunk type shit,
yeah.
So when you hear those stories, I can resonate with that. It resonates with me because I was there. I was doing that. I was all over. Selling my CDs. That's how I actually, started out on an independent route. That's what I was doing.
Mm. Yeah, nah, the independent route is important in this culture, and it's crazy how now everybody want to go back to it. Like, like what made them go
They
away
say
from
history
it?
repeats itself. They always say
100%.
history repeats itself. So, I mean, as far as CDs, I'm not sure if that would ever be a thing. You know,
It
but
is. It still is.
but I urge those who do get it vinyl. Put it on vinyl. That's some more. Some people will take care more of. You
I'm
feel me?
I'm working on getting some vinyls. Word.
No
I'm actually trying to do a concert later this year, so I'm hoping to have some vinyls by then. You know, um,
worry, I'm gonna plug you into the spot to get you some vinyls, bro.
no doubt. No doubt. I've been working on my marketing a lot, so I got the merch. I had the physical CDs, as you can see. Um, I know how to get the stickers. I got all that, down pat. So I'm just like really trying to
Uh huh.
um get like a overload of everything and just like really go off, like. So
Right.
yeah. So I mean, a lot of my talking points are rather around blogging. Um, for for those that don't know about it, may want to get into it. So do you need like a degree in journalism or something to do this, or you just do your own?
To be honest with you, I'm not uh book wise with it. This is all strength of me growing up into this and knowing certain major factors or being around certain places or just growing into this. And I wanted to do this, and nobody could tell the story more so than a person that actually grew up in this. You can't love this as someone who grew up into this. And I'm from New York City, as opposed to originally being from Panama. But I'm from New York City. I'm from Brooklyn. You dig? I grew up all over Brooklyn. I done been through everything. I remember when the rappers wanted to be like the drug dealers. You dig?
Mm.
And then
they still do now. That's the crazy part.
Actually, nah, it's more opposite now.
I don't know. I'm a little biased on that one, man, because it's like for me, it's like every song I listen to, everyone done sold crack, everyone trapping, everyone done made $1 million off of this and that, and it's just like, come on, man.
Unfortunately, us coming from the hood, everybody can't shoot a basketball, everybody can't run with a football.
100%, I agree with that.
However, what was our way out at one point in time, or what we assumed was our way out, was being in the streets and selling drugs. And whether
I can understand if you dibble and dabble, because I did, you know what I'm saying? So I know what the life was like, but, fortunately, I didn't get caught up in anything, you know what I'm saying? I don't have any of those stories to tell, you feel me? So, it's just, like, when I realized it wasn't for me, I was like, all right, cool, I had a taste of it, but, I just had to figure it out. Like, I had to figure it out some other way, like, there's other ways,
I'm glad you figured it out. Unlike myself, where I figured it out the wrong way, the hard way. You dig?
Oh, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I was always scared of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, like I feel like I can make it through any other situation, but going to jail, I don't think I could survive that. So I was like, yeah, I ain't trying to fuck with it. And I ain't damn sure ain't trying to get like killed over it either.
As long as you be a man on every aspect, it ain't nothing. You feel me? It's nothing. You might go through a lot of turmoil in there, but at the end of the day, as long as you stand firm and stand on your own 10, you ain't got to worry about nothing. So
no, I feel that. I feel that. I mean, I've been around. I done visited some family.
It's not a place
exactly. I done visited family in there, so it's like seeing them.
We don't want the listeners to think that this is what we're glorifying, but it's not.
Hell no, definitely. Yeah, nah, we don't glorify that at all. You feel me? I'm not even with that. That's not even my vibe. You know what I'm saying? If anything, I tell people to look the other way. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you into, I mean, we all got to make $1 somehow, some way, but be smart. You feel me?
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. Yeah, but so, I'm loving this platform, King. For real.
I appreciate that, man. I like to give people their flowers, man. I'm just an observer, a student of the game, if you will. So when I spot other people that have like talents that deserve to be spotlighted, that's what I put it at.
I really appreciate that, for real.
No doubt, man. And we need to do this we need to do this more for each other, it's like everything don't always got to be about the dollar. Sometimes, you just want people to actually win, so that's what I see. That's what I do with this platform. I just want people to win. So I'm just gonna, yeah. So, do you, what was that? Oh, do you like have to like battle other blogs to report things, like to be the number one thing?
The objective is to actually win in this particular field is become the first one with said topic or whatever it is. You got to be able to report it first and then the other ones. But at the end of the day, everybody's gonna report the same shit. It's just about your listeners and your people that follow behind you. You dig? So if you put it out there, and at the end of the day, I got my own people that follow Hip Hop Raising. So
Right.
whatever, there might be other publications that may have more popularity than I do. However, we just don't report gossip. We don't report nonsense. Everything we report is 100% accurate.
Okay, so how do you? Because I like that you mentioned, even if you don't have your own as much popularity, how do you maintain relevancy? Like, how does that work for you?
To be honest with you, we gain followers every day. So how we gain our relevancy is we pop out, man. We attend, whether no matter what platforms they are, we attend their events. We want to meet the
Yeah.
new people. Our platform is basically geared for the upcoming.
So, so how do you even break into this industry? Like, how do you like? Because I'm saying there's a bunch of publications and journalists and all that. Like,
It started, like I said, it started from me being an MC.
hmm,
All right, I reached the tender-old age. All right, and people were saying that, hey, you getting too old? Don't you too old to rap? Don't you think
uh,
too old to do this?
like that get to you?
And I didn't let it get to me, but during COVID, it kind of woke me up to say I need to do more.
I feel that. I feel that.
I need to do more. So by me wanting to do more is what made me say, you know what? When I was younger, I did thought about becoming a journalist, but just being one of them top premier journalists like Geraldo or or one of them guys. So definitely I wanted to get into it, but I was an MC. I wanted to own my own record label, which I actually do. But I wanted to step it up and do different things. And the journalism thing, I said I'm gonna step outside the box and I'm gonna do what everybody else isn't doing. I'm gonna gear towards something I actually really love, which is music, which is hip hop.
I
Everything else is
feel that.
secondary. Yeah.
So did your homies ever like laugh at you while you was like transitioning
Nah,
over into journalists?
nah,
Like they was like, "Oh, you will be a reporter,
they
nigga." Like,
nah, they actually embraced it. They
okay,
actually encouraged it.
mm,
Even the ones that didn't believe that I would actually do it.
right.
Because they was like, hey, your background, you know where you come from, and and they always love the fact that I'm not afraid to talk to anybody. You know,
That's it.
so yeah, smile goes a
So,
long way, man. You can't go around here good and grumpy. You
so
dig? So
I actually met this artist last night, and it was a very awkward encounter, very awkward. But like he was trying to record me saying that his song was hot, but
mhm.
it was like he wanted to play somebody else's song and then play his remix, and I was like, dude, just play your music. Like, let me hear your music. I don't want to hear nobody else's song. Like, but at the end of the whole exchange, I was basically explaining to him, like, the same way you walked up to me, you got to walk up to everybody else that doesn't look like me. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? Like how you just said you're not afraid to talk to anybody.
Yeah.
Like he looked around at a whole bunch of people and came straight to me. So it was like, dude, like you can't be
Energy,
scared to talk to people. Like,
energy never lies when you dealing with people. You're gonna come
100%.
across some positive energy, and your positive energy is gonna intertwine no matter who it is. It's gonna come together, and you're gonna spark a conversation, whether it's good or bad.
Right, right,
Sometimes,
right. 100%.
sometimes people aren't mature enough to understand what a jewel is. You feel me? There's a jewel being thrown out there, so you got to catch it.
Big facts.
Yeah.
So we got a question from Small Business Mama. She wants to know,
Okay.
since you were MC, who would be your past or now artist to work with?
Well, my past artists I always wanted to work with, to be honest with you, I always wanted to work with the Jizza.
Mm,
The Jizza.
okay.
I always, I always,
The interesting collab.
I always thought he was a top tier MC. You know, and if you ask me, I think he's the better MC out of the whole Wu-Tang Clan. You know,
You don't
I
hear
have,
that. That's crazy. I like that.
I have other favorites within the Wu, but him, he's my top tier MC. I don't. They all know that the Jizza is that deal. You know, back when he was a genius, I always loved his speaking voice. His his MC voice rather. He
Mm.
raps. He raps with so much diction.
Were you ever able to like reach out to him or anything like that, or like?
I actually didn't. It's a crazy thing, you know. By the time I actually started doing the independent route, I said, you know, if the Lord is willing, I'm going to meet these people and I'll be able to execute my plans. You feel me? But it's a grind. It's definitely a grind. But I've been meeting a lot. I've been meeting a lot of Wu-Tang members and people from Staten Island and people that's affiliated with them. Even though it was on the hip hop raising scale, but it opened the door because everything opened the doors. You just gotta believe in whatever you're doing. Everything opened doors.
Nah, facts. You know what's crazy? As an independent artist, you know, I like to go to other independent artist concerts. Like when I like discover like artists on the internet or whatever the case is, if I find out they got a show in New York or somewhere in the surrounding area, I'll try to go out and, you know, see their concert. And most times, you know, if they have like a meet and greet pass, I'll pay for it. So I get to actually go and meet them, hang out with them and stuff like that. And I thought that was like a pretty good way. Honestly, to be real with you, when I first started doing it, I wasn't marketing myself well. So yeah, I probably dropped the ball on that one. But once I start going back to these concerts, I definitely want to, you know, get into that.
You know,
But
sometimes I go to these when I do the same thing, but when I go as a fan, not presenting myself as CEO Dream or Hip Hop Raise Me or even
that's
the
the
Invisible
thing.
Man.
That's the
I
thing.
always go.
A lot of these times,
Yeah.
a lot of these times I was doing it, they had like a cipher or like it was like a panel or something like that where you get to actually like speak to them. Like a lot of times they'll ask you like, you know, are you an artist or you
Yeah.
got some work or, you know, stuff like that. So, you know, a lot of times I just be wanting to be prepared. You know, I don't even want to just show up as an artist. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy the fan experience sometimes if I actually am.
Yeah.
You know, but for the
I
most
agree
part,
with
yeah,
you
I
because
just want to be prepared, you
sometimes
know.
I agree with you because sometimes what happens is, and this is from my experience, um, I ain't gonna say no names, but there's a bunch of MCs out there that were intimidated if I spoke about the Invisible Man, my twin. You know what I'm saying? So so I'm always mindful of that. So I know not to, you know, confuse the two.
You know, that's crazy, you know, because a lot of people ask me too, like, why I don't walk around telling everybody I'm an artist, you know, it, it, I feel like I don't need to, you know, it's like there's a time and a place for it, you know. I believe a lot of times, a lot of the places that I'm at, you know, I'm bound to meet at least 1 to 5 people who's gonna ask me, what do I do outside of whatever my purpose is in that moment. You
Yeah.
know, so that's where I just break it to them. But other than that, if nobody don't ask me, I'm not like out there. I mean, unless I have that mission. If I'm going outside to tell people like, yo, this is what I'm doing, then that's that. But other than that, you know, if you don't ask, I won't tell you. You know, I don't think I'm missing out on anything really, you know. Even when it comes to like celebrities and stuff like that, I bumped into celebrities like on the random, like, you know, but I don't just be like, yo, throw me on your Instagram and like, you know, it's just like, hi, yo,
That's
nice
my
to
thing.
meet you, man.
See, that's my thing. Like, with me, depending on my mood, depending on who you're going to get. So sometimes
Mm.
you might get CEO Dream, like the brother you met that day. Or sometimes you meet the Invisible Man, depending on my mood. You know, feel me?
Okay.
Sometimes you just get the person that just want to be a fan of the art, and I want to, I just want to experience something different and not, announce myself. You know, feel me? I always like the fact that somebody can kind of recognize me. You know, like I love that. I know you. I know your face from somewhere.
Nah, that's dope.
I've been doing acting and things of that sort, modeling, stuff like that. I've done some things. Had a couple of great milestones, in my career.
Nice. So while you work with independent artists,
Mhm.
do they like give you your flowers? Like, do they appreciate the work that you do for them?
They do. I think I blow a lot of their minds with the capacity of what I do. They don't
I
they don't
mean,
expect
shit, I can
they
attest
don't
to that,
they,
man.
they don't expect me to do it the way I do it. I'm not lazy. Put it like this: whatever I do for anybody, if I do a review, if I do an artist write up, I'm gonna do it how I would want it to be done for me, not do it and not put no energy into it, or not tag you. You know how some people do it; they don't even tag you. I want to tag you. I'm only going to send it to you. Let me see. Let me, even if nobody else see it on social media, you saw it. So the
Right.
fact that you saw it, let's see what you do with it now. Let's see if you're gonna tag me with it. Like, oh, they did this, because you got to break the algorithm. The algorithm doesn't stop with you. It stops, the more the people sharing it. The more people sharing it, the more people are able to view it. So that's how I look at things. I would want it to be, I want to be celebrated the same way if I was the person being written on, had a write up about. I want to be celebrated. I want people to see, like look at it and read it like, wow, this guy's this dope. Because
Nah,
like I said,
that's a
when I heard your
that's a
music,
great point.
it made me write that. It made me put that together because I like what you giving to the culture. You keep it in hip
Yo,
hop.
when I saw that too, mind you, it was my first official write up. You know what I'm saying? I felt like I mean, I've had an article write up before, but it's like they were pre-made questions. Like they ask you questions, you answer them, and then they post it. So what like to me, I'm not gonna say, I'm ungrateful for it, but there's not a real sense of authenticity to it. I don't want to knock their hustle, but
Mm-hmm.
it's just kind of like they're just giving a template to everybody that they work with kind of thing.
Yeah.
But then when I read this write up, I'm like, yo, this dude actually listened to this shit. Like, there's no way you can come up with this if you didn't listen to it. You know what I'm
Nah,
saying? So,
I have to listen. Even if I don't like a particular song, I'm still gonna big it up more than what it is because I want people to listen to you. You know what I'm saying? It's all about how what a writer's supposed to do is invoke thought.
mm,
You're supposed to invoke thought when you do everything you do with these pieces. To be honest with you, my publications for people who still read, not just look at pictures, you know what I'm saying, or videos,
100%.
people who still read. Those who still read, because my parents, God bless the dead, they made it imperative that I learn English and I knew how to read. So this is why I love words,
Yo,
and I want to be able to give like whoever the topic. I want it to be something that it teaches you something,
I love how all my previous guests has all been highlighting reading. Like that's been dope. Like I want to say like the last 6 or 7 people have highlighted reading.
Yo,
They showing off their bookcase or whatever. I got a bunch of
that
books over here on the
tells
side.
you
So.
that's
Yo,
tell
no, for
that
real,
tells you a lot. That tells you a lot about a person's conversation. All
100%,
right.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
when you a real MC, you could tell who reads and who doesn't.
Exactly. Facts.
Your
Word,
vocabulary
man.
is you have a vast vocabulary that lets you know who reads and who doesn't. I was just that's a little jewel for those who out there watching. If you want to be a real MC, pick up a book every day. It broadens your horizons, it broadens your vocabulary, and it is nothing you can't speak on. Experience is the best teacher,
100%.
though. Yeah.
So you mentioned that you want the artist to be listened to when you do your write-ups and reviews and stuff like that. How do you feel in today's industry, knowing that a lot of artists don't care to like market or they don't think marketing, putting that money down is purposeful. Like they'd rather
Well,
pay,
I'm gonna be honest with you.
150% for Bensky
There
or
are a million and one MCs in New York City who are nicer than everyone we could ever imagine, but they're doing themselves a disservice by not actually uh, investing into their career. When you don't do that, nobody's listening to you. Nobody's even taking you serious. Unfortunately, nobody takes you serious. Your homeboys and your homegirls, the people you grew up with is supposed to be your first fans. Unfortunately, we live in a city where everybody don't think that way. Everybody don't look at it like, I don't need to support you. I can support you other ways, but they don't want to support your music where they help to break the algorithm, where they help share it to someone that don't know who you are or are aware of you. You feel me? Or you live in a city where everybody's competing with each other instead of us banding together and doing what we need to do to big each other up. But then when it's your
I've been talking
turn,
about this lately
yeah,
with the
you know how it is.
I've been saying how the West Coast, like even though they have like a crazy gang culture, they still find a way to come together every single time. And it's like you hear people say, "Yo, I'm from LA, I'm from Cali, I'm from the Bay, or wherever they are from in the West." You know what I'm saying? But out here, niggas is like, "I'm from Queens, I'm from Brooklyn, I'm from Staten," and it's like you don't never hear people say, "I'm from New York." Like,
Yeah.
so it
Look,
it's
I'm gonna
just
be
a
honest with
crazy.
you. It's deeper than you. It's deeper than just your borough. It's deeper than your block. It's bigger than all this. So, in order for us to gain the recognition that we are seeking, we have to jump out. Think outside the box. You gotta big your peoples out. You gotta make sure that people hear them. If they don't hear them, nobody gonna hear them. You know. So, but another thing though, you gotta invest in your career, meaning mixing and mastering, uh, not doing cliche stuff. The
But
only
I
way
feel
you
like that's
gonna
just the half of it though. Like the music, making the music and performing the music is just half of it. Like even just shooting the video is a half of it.
that's
But we
only
talking about like
5%. That's only
we talking about
5%.
these blog write-ups. We talking about these visual reactions. Like now since they got the YouTube reactions, we talking about like, like getting billboards in like let's just say Times Square or whatever the case. You know what I'm saying? Like these type of investments, like
5% music, 95% of this is business.
real
All
talk.
right?
Real
Only
talk.
5% is music. That's the easy part. That's the easy
A lot
part.
of people don't think. A
But
lot
the
of people
hard
don't think that they
part,
gotta have
you know
merch.
what it
A
is?
lot of people don't think
You
that
know
they
what
gotta
it is?
do like.
People don't know how to read. All right? You
That's
gotta know
true
how to
though.
read. You gotta
That
know
is
how to
true.
read. When it comes down to paperwork, you gotta think about it like this, right? Paperwork is like homework. Homework for
Mm.
yourself.
And
Homework
a
to
lot of
help
people
you
don't like
advance.
doing that.
My point exactly. This is why I use that analogy. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta think like this. The homework that you do is gonna get you to your next class, right? It said career. So your career, the next level of your career is gonna get you where you need to go if you do pertinent things, the pertinent situations that you gotta take care of. You gotta take care of your paperwork, meaning copyrights, publishing, things of that sort. Your music got to be mixed and mastered. So that's a whole nother ball game. It's different from as you playing your music for your friends on your block and they like, yeah, that should sound all right. But then you listen to the music on a radio and you wonder why my music don't sound like that. It's deeper. There's different levels of this shit. And then once you get to that, now you got to deal with other publishing. It's more than just ASCAP or BMI. CSAC. You got this and the third. You got this and the third. You got this. You got that. You're like, oh, wow. All of these different publications or different ways to publish yourself to be able to get paid. If you don't even do the little bit of what you're supposed to do, you won't even see a dollar in this game.
No, that's 100% facts. And I wish people would understand that. It took me a while to learn it. Now, I'm not even gonna lie. It didn't take me that long to learn it. I just think that I didn't have the resources. I've always had a huge issue with gatekeeping. And it's crazy because I'm like on the edge now where I'm like, okay, I understand gatekeeping and why people do it, but for the most part, it's like people gatekeep for the wrong reasons. It's like they being stingy with the game that's supposed to be shared. There's a lot of shit that you're supposed to keep to yourself. You don't share the entire recipe, but if you could give like a small ingredient
I
or
was always told knowledge is supposed to be shared, not kept. All right.
100%, 100%.
To learn every day, right? So I don't understand why brothers want to gatekeep or brothers or sisters, they want to gatekeep or they want to keep you from reaching the next level. Just for them, it's sad but true. People will sink the whole boat instead of helping to stay afloat, even if they are stowaway. You know what I'm saying? So like you gotta know how to keep the boat afloat, man. You never know what can help you in the near future. So I strongly urge people, it's about building relationships.
100%.
All right? You gotta build relationships out here. This is where are you able to see some execs become execs 20 years from now? Because the relationships
Gotcha.
that they built during, in their primitive years in this thing. You feel me? So it's deeper than what everybody thinks. It's deeper than your crew. Yeah, you would want to, finish with the same crew you started out with. But everybody don't have the same mindset. You feel me? Everybody
So
don't even have. Go ahead.
Oh, my fault. Do you ever feel like it's your responsibility or duty to like break artists or to I guess remind them to like invest in themselves as a publication?
I I mean, put like this. I'm funny style. Like if you hit me the right channel, you get all the love you want. You feel me? But you hit me on my promotion page, you gotta pay me now. Cause now you reaching out, you reaching out this way. You feel me? But submissions, I do it whatever all day. Once I see it, I'm gonna send it out. You feel me? But you want something real special, you gotta pay me because I'm gonna do a real good service for you. I'm gonna make whoever read this, they're gonna look at you like you better than Jay-Z. That's how I
So
do it. That's how
so
I
you
do it. I
saying
believe
there's favors and then there's services.
favors and their services. We provide a service. Now, when we on our favorite tip, yeah, we do some. It may not be on the scale of the services, but we still make it look good. You dig?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Understood. And I asked that because of the building relationships. Sometimes a lot of people think that just because they know somebody that they on, they got it. That's the key. And it's like, shout out to you for tuning in. But yeah, so it's like a lot of people just think that, okay, I I know CEO Dream, he about to give me every write up every time I drop a single, every time my video drop or whatever. He about to hook me up, and it's like,
Nah, I don't care if I knew you my whole life. Ain't nobody getting that. You dig? I mean, I'm put like this. I can show love much as I can, but it has to reciprocate because at the end of the day, whether you realize it or not, I take my time with this stuff. I take, I got a child, kids that I gotta feed and shit. So I gotta make sure they good. So I can't eat, your likes or or you say, oh, thank you. I can't eat that. I gotta feed my kids with that. So I gotta make sure that individuals know that what I'm gonna give to you just for the donation. I don't like to say payments, donations. You know what I'm saying? Give me a donation. You feel me? And I'm gonna make you look good. That's the whole purpose of it. Make you look good.
I
Shout out
I
to
like how you
you,
said that.
NYC. Yeah.
I like how you said that.
Mm-hmm.
So that brings to my next question, like not to pocket watch, but where does the money come from? Because again, we're in an industry where a lot of artists don't see the importance of reaching out to publications.
Well, I'm gonna be
Um,
honest with
I'm
you. The
not
money
sure.
comes from the individuals who knows and understands the importance of investing in their career.
Hmm.
So
So
you want,
do
uh huh.
you need any like special licensing to get like picked up when you drop your articles, or is it just all based on like you and whoever you're working with? Just
Whoever I'm working with now, understandable. Now, if I put it on certain platforms, they'll be reaching out to me like, "Oh, this is copywritten" and stuff like that. So we all have an understanding. No, I'm not putting it on that particular platform because of that purpose. And 9 times out of 10, if I do it, a lot of these people are using music that they don't even own. So if you own it, it's a different ball game. Then I could put it on the platform. But if you don't own it, and if it owns by somebody else, I don't want to go through that. Why we got to go through that? So just put it on my website. You want people to see it, share this link. Simple. I'm going to tag you. I'm going to put it in my stories where everybody can see it. I'm going to tag you. You don't see the tag and don't tag it back to make it come back. You want it to keep coming. You feel me? Don't stop it. Let it stop at you and you like, yeah, look what I got. But you not letting it come back so it can keep opening and opening. You feel me? Like,
that's
but people don't understand
that. That's another thing too. So I guess I could ask it this way. Do you see it as like free money when people do that? Like when they expect you to just do all the work for them?
Not really. Because everybody, I put like this. I think people think this service is free altogether, and they'll hit me, hey, check my music out. All right, I check it out. That's all you did was told me check it out. You ain't asked no other situations. Nor am I going to. I'm not even going to push.
What I mean by that, what I mean by that is like if they, like you see how I pay for a review, and I'm just expecting you to just do the work from there on. Do you just see that as like a free check, like, or is that like something that kind of like bothers you in a sense?
It doesn't. I mean, at the end of the day, if you pay me for a service, I'm gonna go the extra mile to let you feel like, just to make sure you understand that your money wasn't wasn't a waste of you didn't pay for something, out of waste. You feel me? If that makes sense. I want you to believe in, okay, I gave this brother my money. He put together this, he did a paid promo, he did this, he did that. I did a lot. I did a whole lot. And I put it on every platform I got where people actually viewing that shit.
So do
I
people get mad at you if it doesn't blow up though?
Nah, it can't. That's on you.
So nobody ever came at you like, yo, let me get a refund, bro. Enough people didn't view my shit. Like, you did a bad job. Like,
Once again, I'm from the street, so I wouldn't think nobody. It'd be smart for somebody to do something like that. But no, music is subjective, right? So,
right, 100%.
So your preference.
I feel
So
that. I
preference.
feel that.
Listen,
Nah,
whatever your
I mean,
preference.
because I understand there are some artists out there, who really, again, they think
Look,
because they know you, it comes with a golden spoon. You feel me? So
I'm pretty sure. I put like this: anybody that knows me. They're gonna know that. Look, bro, I can't make the people like you. So if your music ain't hot, I'm really not really talking about you sometimes if your music ain't that hot. You feel me? But if you pay me, I'm gonna make sure people listen. And I'm not gonna lie about your music, even if I don't like it all that great, but I'm gonna keep it so real. I'm gonna make sure that they listen. It's like I said, it's either subjective or preferential. If this is what you prefer, the type of music you like, or if you like drill, if you like hip hop, you like MC, being a lyricist, if you like pop, if you like this, it doesn't matter. Everybody, put like this. There's no wrong way or right way to write a song or even do a song. It's not. It's just about how you convey it.
So what's the fine line between being paid for a service and pushing out quality? Because like, for example, with this platform, I'll never
Let
take
me say this.
nobody.
I used to do this. I used to do this in my beginning. I would tell someone, I said, look, you could pay me this much. But if you want me to lie for you, you got to pay me extra.
Goddamn.
So
I'm gonna tax you on the blasphemy.
Yeah, I got to because I'm not into that. You feel me?
I,
I'm not into that.
okay, so that's what I was really getting at. You know what I'm saying? As far as like
Yeah,
your
I don't
duty
want to
to like.
lie. I don't want to lie. I do not want to lie. I want someone to look at HipHopRaisedMeBlog.com. I want them to look at the authenticity that it has. I want them to
Mm,
understand this is the platform, not just my platform. This is Jay Hustle's platform. This is Craig the Engineer's platform. This is Escobar De Leon's platform. DJ V Dot. You know what I'm saying? These are all a platform. You feel me?
mm.
And it's not just my shit. It's our shit. So we have to be looked at a certain way. And this is also a platform for the people, those who grew up in this era, who was raised off of hip hop. This is what it's for.
Nah, that's dope. Um, have any of your publications ever been like picked up by any like major publications? Like say, I wouldn't say
Yeah,
TMZ or
yeah,
like some
yeah,
shit like
yeah,
that,
yeah,
but
yeah, yeah. A couple of them, a couple of them, a
okay,
couple of
what was your
a
biggest
couple of
name?
articles, a couple of articles were picked up and utilized, and people referenced and things of that sort. We
What was your
broke.
biggest name? It was like, yeah, we going somewhere with this.
Um, it's a bunch of them, but one offhand that I could think of. We broke the Buckshot Shorty situation.
Mm, okay,
Buckshot Shorty
that's dope.
got into the issue with them young brothers in Flatbush over supposedly a squatting situation. Being that they had put it out there that Buckshot Shorty was attacked by some young kids, they put it out there, and the young brothers that was involved reached out to me. You know,
Mm,
um, and he gave me the story for free, but he tried to tax me afterwards, but I wasn't with it. The story already out there.
I
Y'all
feel
want
that.
and then these are my friends as well. So Buckshot Shorty, Boot Camp Clay. These are my friends, niggas I grew up with. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I didn't want to. I wasn't glorifying the situation. I was just telling the truth about the situation. You feel me? So but it wasn't to be glorified. I wasn't trying to oust him or make fun of him or stuff like that. But it's something that took place in the hood, and they reached out to me, gave me the information. That's one of the stories I could tell you. They referenced another story, the Busta Rhymes, the Busta Rhymes situation. You know,
Okay.
yeah, they was trying to say that there's this bouncer guy um called him Big Homie from Chicago. He was claiming that Busta Rhymes, you know, he like funny boys. But that was another situation that that
So
people attached themselves
do like when they, I guess when they pick you up or reference you, do they reach out to you and like say, hey, we want to use your article and
to.
like here's like a couple
Actually,
dollars or
actually, they don't. They do what journalism is supposed to do. They reference. They actually cross reference something. If I broke the story first, more than likely they're going to cross reference my article, just so just so
mm,
people have a clear understanding of where it came from, and that's what you're supposed to do with journalism. Not see something and just put your logo on it and disregard or whatever. But a lot of people were doing that with the Buckshot Shorty situation. They were taking my video that I put out there, that was given to me. Um, you take the video and they would try to block out my logo and put theirs or whatever. A lot of people try to do that, but at the end of the
right.
day,
So that's why I feel like you should be paid for that, no?
yeah, but you it's a different type of pay with journalism, bro. Different type of pay. It's not like a music. It might be the same with the 0.00 or 0.000000.
Right. So
Might be the same.
how do you get credit as a journalist, as a publication? How do you get credit for that? You get what I'm saying? Because I
I'm
mean,
gonna get
that
credit
there's
because
got to
at
be
the
some
day you
way,
reference.
bro.
You reference from my situation. Anybody who peeped it, they gonna peep it. They gonna be, oh, that got that from Hip Hop Raising. They got that from Hip Hop Raising. And because of certain publications like that and many others, it gave me my credibility. Also, what gave me my credibility was many MCs like yourself, whether they're known or unknown, they interact with my page.
Mm.
You know, we do hip hop babies. We got this thing called hip hop baby. We believe everybody's a hip hop baby from 0 to 80. Everybody's a hip hop baby. You know, so we do this hip hop baby. We celebrate your birthday. So if your birthday come around and we're have knowledge of it, you're going to be a part of the hip hop babies. You know what I'm saying? We shout your birthday out, shout you out on your birthday, stuff like that. So we do those. Also, we tag we tag a lot of artists. We tag everybody. Anybody that's somebody, we tag you some shape, form, or fashion. We let you know that, look, we talking about you over here. You know what I'm saying? But we more of a celebratory situation. It's never, we don't like to dwell on negativity, even though negativity is part of the game. But we want to celebrate more of a, the upper beat of it. You know what I'm saying to you? Excuse me.
You know, I mean, a lot of this is coming from an experience that I had too, you know. So I met like this video director.
Mm-hmm.
I've told the story a few times, maybe some of my day ones know what the story is. But long story short, you know, I met this video director who wanted to use me for like her portfolio or whatever the case is. But the way she explained it was that, you know, she was just going to use it for the portfolio. Like she didn't say she was going to share it out or anything like that. It was going to end up in any, you know, it wasn't going to be cross-referenced or shared with any other publications, you know. That wasn't the conversation, you know. And then there was a contract signed as well too, you know, and I didn't understand it at the time, you know, which I didn't know as well. You know, you shouldn't sign contracts that you don't understand. I read it, by the way. I did read it, you know, but I guess like understanding what likeness meant, or like I guess the way that she was speaking to me outside of the contract kind of like colluded, you know. But whatever work that we did that day, first off, again, it's not about the money, but I wasn't paid for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so she basically funded the studio session where we recorded all of the footage, and she paid for some of the outfits. And it wasn't like they were like expensive outfits. Like they were like $20 outfits. It was like a $5 golden necklace or whatever. It was all just for the image. You know what I'm saying? So it was a great experience. Definitely was. You know, but once I started seeing this pop up in different like levels, like this, actually the latest one that it popped up in was this. It's like this true crime documentary. It's not on true crime, but it's like some other. It's like one of those. Yeah, documentary joints where they talk about this girl who was killed by these three artists in a rap battle or whatever the case is. But if you watch the video, you'll see that they're using my footage. So like a lot of people were calling me, even my mom hit me up like, yo, yeah, like a reenactment, you know, and everyone that messaged me was in a panic. They was like, yo, bro, they're talking about you. I hope this wasn't you. And I'm like, bro, I'm chilling in the crib. What are you talking about? Like, you know, but then when I started watching it and I was just like, yo, this is wild. Like, it ended up in a Dame Dash interview. Some of my photos were used on like this artist app or some shit like that. You know, and it's like, I can't even do anything because when I reread the contract, I can't sue them. And it wasn't even about suing them. Like, I wanted to just reach out to Shorty and be like, yo, is there a way we can come to some kind of agreement? Like, what can we do here? Like, you know, what's something that can happen? Because, like, the way I see it is, like, someone using your work or whatever, that could cause problems for someone else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Someone else might see it and be like, yo, but I read this here. Well, how are you stealing this person's story? And, you know, like, in the name of mental health, you know, not to pull that card, but a lot of people
they got they got copyright disclaimers for a lot of things. However, in order for you in your situation, future reference, definitely don't sign nothing without your lawyer. You know what I'm saying? So,
100%. Yeah, let's know that.
so you just didn't realize the likeness was gonna go to whatever publication she sent it to, or whatever, because that's what she used it for. That was it. It was intent.
Exactly.
The intent was for you to use reenactments, or use your likeness for reenactments and things of that sort. But if you understood that, you would, I'm pretty sure you could have said, can I get a percentage off for each situation? You know what I'm saying? So I'm not sure what kind of percentage you have or wanted. However, you could have got that if you knew. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
you know now.
100.
You know
Right.
now.
Exactly. And I don't know. I don't know how often you've dealt with contracts, but
All the
I'm
time.
assuming that there is. I'm assuming there is, but like, do they normally state like expiration dates or like the term or?
Uh, it's normally a date, but copyrights and contracts, a lot of things is like kind of ongoing thing. It depends on, what kind of situation y'all set forth. You feel me? What y'all agreed upon. You know what I'm saying? But if it's supposed to be a continuous situation, it's supposed to be a way where everybody involved is supposed to be happy. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
sometimes,
That's what they have
nine
to do.
times out of 10, when we are up and coming artists and things of that sort, we could just be happy to be signing a contract, but not knowing what we actually signing. So I just strongly urge anybody listening out there, you never sign anything without a lawyer present, because you want to make sure whatever you signing is for your best interest, not just for the other party. You understand? So it's deep though. So you got to be careful, because there's a lot of slick things going on within the music industry. Period. You know,
100%.
there's a lot of slick stuff, and they always say the music game is like the crack game. So
For real.
it is. So it's the same thing. You know, and the biggest crooks right now is the music industry, especially. Well, not even say the crooks. They one of the crooks, but the biggest crooks right now are the DSPs. You know, the digital, digital platforms, because they really pay you nothing. They pay
For
you
real.
nothing.
And I feel like you got to have a lot of like you said, the BMI, the ASCAPs, the CSACs, the Sound Exchange, you gotta have all of that just to see some kind of money from that.
Yeah,
Whereas with
and
something
you
like
gotta
direct to
market,
consumer, you
and
can
you have
just, yeah,
market. You have to really market yourself. You gotta be out here. Every version of your song, you gotta have some type of different videos for every version of your song. You gotta be out here. You gotta put yourself out there. Not, the crazy thing is, New Yorkers, we think we too cool to do certain things,
there you go.
and
Talk about it.
yeah, so I tell my friends this all the time. Y'all Hollywood, man. So you really don't want to do this. You want to do it, but you don't really want to do it. You don't want to put in the actual work that it takes to actually be successful. Because if you did,
Exactly.
put in the work that you needed to, to be successful, then you will understand that it's deeper than all of this. You know what I'm saying? It's deeper than just sitting here putting out a song and thinking people going to listen because you think they like you like that. Nah, it don't be like that. Sometimes your own friends want over. You could send them a song and them niggas will say, "Oh, I ain't hear it yet." How you ain't hear it? It's not their first priority. You know what I'm
Real
saying?
talk.
So,
And
so
a lot of people won't support it, so it's cool.
that too. So I learned how to break the algorithms a long time ago. So I'll pay for a
Mm.
sponsorship. You pay
And so,
for
do you feel like that's a huge benefit paying for sponsorships? And like, how do you normally reach out to them, or do you just go through Instagram, or is there like another way to do it?
there's a bunch of them. There's a bunch of sponsorships. Reason why you do that eliminates people, your friends, hitting mute on your music or hitting mute on your profile.
Mm.
It eliminates that. All right. Instead of you being annoying to them, like what they call spamming their pages. Now they look on there, they see your shit without you even having to tell them. They'll be more
Real
inclined
talk.
to press it now.
Yeah, we'll talk. But
You
in the
know,
sense of, I guess like reaching out to, let's say I drink a lot of water. So right now I got Fiji, and I want to get this live sponsored by Fiji. Like, you think like reaching out to Fiji that like this would be convincing enough? Like I do enough lives with Fiji here that they would rock with it,
yeah,
or
they will eventually take heed, especially if you bring in a lot of traffic. If you got a lot of
mm,
traffic coming your way, that's what it's about. It's about numbers. It's about numbers.
yeah, I feel
It's about your interactions. It's about your numbers. So if you got a lot of traffic coming to your page, and every time you look up, I got my Fiji water, or you create
mm,
a campaign and you got people hashtagging Fiji water,
mm.
and this is your project, Fiji water. Of course they gonna fuck with you. They gonna give you some type of sponsorship. You see what they did with the young kid, I forgot his name. He got the Don Julio situation.
Okay.
You know, the
I'm
young
not.
kid.
I'm not into the media like that. So a lot of this shit I be far behind on. Like,
You see it. You know the guys that Don
yeah.
Julio,
Right.
him, young Holly TV.
Okay. Oh, the dark skin dude. That's okay. I know you're talking about.
Yeah,
He did that with his
Holly.
homie with the Don Julio clip. I think I seen that. Yeah, on IG.
They became very huge because they was promoting Don Julio, and
Mm.
everywhere they go now is something have to do with Don Julio. Look, they doing so good that Don Julio just partnered up with Popeyes, so it's supposed
I'm
to be
not fucking
Don
with
Julio
it.
and the chicken, right?
I'm not fucking with it. I hope you
No,
ain't
but in back,
go try that shit, bro. I hope you ain't go
no.
try that shit.
No, I
And
haven't.
don't.
However, I was just amazed that I'm seeing his growth from what he did for them little doing them. They having these little nips. Don
Right.
Julio done sent them a real chain with the Don Julio all iced out and all that. They sent them a real chain. They
That's
doing
dope.
numbers. He going on tour singing the song. Don Julio. They went crazy this summer. They got the whole
Nah, that's
hood. Like,
dope.
everybody walking around waving this shit over their head. You
Yeah, I
feel
don't
me? So
understand that, bro. I don't understand that. That's probably what that's all right, since you said it, that's where that came from. I didn't know that at
yeah,
first. But it was just like it was just dumb like to see everyone doing it. It's like, yo, what the hell? Like, I ain't
marketing,
gonna lie, man.
branding,
I don't really like this
and marketing.
generation. Like everyone is like an NPC, bro. Everyone just doing shit that they programmed to do. Like
Branding and marketing. This is what
it's
it's all about.
horrible, bro. It's turning people into digital zombies, bro. Like to see them just emulating everything that they see, like
If you do something that's if you do something that make others want to do it, then you fighting a good fight, my man.
that's a double-edged sword, bro.
Ah,
That's a double-edged sword
trust me, man.
because it's like you want people to, you want to be impactful, you want to be an inspiration, but it's like when you see like how the world turns once that inspiration is inserted into gear, like it's like, yo, man, like me personally, I like, and it's the same thing kind of like with kids when you raising kids. And it's like you teach them all this good shit, and you wonder why they keep going to the negative shit. It's like, yo, bro, like, what's going on? Like, I'm teaching you, I'm raising you, I'm in your life. You know what I'm saying? Why you acting like I'm not? Like,
They not understanding what you teaching them at that moment. They going for what you teaching them look like boring stuff, right? And they're gonna be attracted to the bullshit. You feel me?
right.
That's what happens with children. You feel me? When you was younger, think about this. When you was younger, let's say fourth grade, did you
Mm.
think you was a kid at fourth grade? When you go to school and talk to your friends, did you think you was a kid?
You see, okay, not to move the goalposts, but I was a smart motherfucker when I was young. So, like I always thought I was like a little above,
No,
kind of shit. But I
but
mean, I guess I always embraced being a child though. Like,
yeah,
like I never was like one to
we
like,
know we was children, but when you go to your school, that's when you have your own identity.
right,
It's some kind,
right.
It's psychology shit, you know what
I
I'm
feel
saying?
that.
Sociology stuff, right? When you go to school, you have your own identity. So you and your friends are talking
I feel
about
that.
things that adults are talking, but you and your friends are talking about this stuff. So a lot of knowledge that you learn, you may didn't learn from your parents. You learn from your friend who was a
Real
little
talk.
bit, you know,
Everybody's
who was a little
your
more,
teacher, bro. Everybody and everything is your
who
teacher.
was a little more advanced than you were on certain aspects. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Like if your parents wasn't into teaching you about the birds and bees so early, your friend happened to know about it. Your friend taught you how to put on a condom or something. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that.
Right. Nah, real shit.
Your father ain't get to that yet. You know what I'm saying? He assumed that you wasn't ready for that yet, but your
You
friend
know,
was already
you
like,
know what's crazy? I didn't have a lot of these conversations with my parents. Like, first off, my dad, I ain't really, have him in my life too much. Like my stepdad, he didn't even teach me like none of this like street shit, book smart. Like he didn't teach me none of this. It was just more so like come along for the journey. If he hopped in the car, he's like, yo, you want to ride? And that was it. It wasn't like no real deep conversations. My mom never came to me and pulled me to the side like, yo, son. Like the most craziest thing she ever told me was like, if you get locked up, don't call nobody. I was like, yo, for real? Like, what type of shit is that? But it meant a lot though. There was a lesson in that, So, I guess I took my lessons how I took them. But for the most part, the streets was really like my school. You feel me? I learned everything from the outside world.
this is my
Mhm.
point.
No,
This is my point. So
I feel that.
my friends, they weren't the most model citizens, but they my friends. I love them. They help me. They help me survive. The things I learned from my friends and some of the older people in my life, they help me survive.
Mm.
And I've been through everything you can imagine. So they helped me survive. So I learned some things, bro. But yeah, man. But when I was younger, I didn't think I was a kid because of the conversations I would have with my friends. We didn't
I
realize
feel
we were
that. I
children.
mean,
We was grown ups. You know what I'm saying? We was grown
that's
ups.
another thing too. That's another thing too. We had the OGs though. We had the OGs as
Mm-hmm.
well. Like so, like because I was always around OG. Not even like that. I wasn't always around them, but it was like because they were so like influential in the hood. Like what I'm saying. Like even the niggas that wasn't up to no good. Like they was telling you like, yo, look, nigga, you don't want this life right here. Like you don't want to do this shit. Like it meant so much to me. Like when we got into fights and you see one of the niggas run up the block, yo, break that shit up, son. Like we don't see none of that no more. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's like we don't give the youth a chance to like really develop and understand like what it is coming up. You know what I'm saying? So I think there's a lot of I don't even want to use that term. There's a lot of neglect going on in the
Yeah,
community. I was about to
it
say something
is.
totally different, but yeah, there's a whole lot of neglect
It
going
is.
on in the community where we're
It
not
is.
really
It
looking out
is.
for our peoples. So
It
I guess I
definitely
wish I
is.
would see a little bit more of that.
It's not like it was back in my day when I was growing up, where if I got in trouble, my neighbor could beat me. You know.
Oh, that's
So
wild.
yeah, if I got in trouble back in the days, my neighbor would beat me. Then they would come back and tell my parent, and I would get another
Mm.
beating. So it's not like that. It's like the neighborhood was more neighborly. Now the neighborhoods we growing up that we're living in now,
Everybody mind their business.
everybody mind their business. It's not a neighbor. You can't have a neighborhood without neighbors. So you just got people that live next door to you. You don't even know them. You don't know nothing about them.
That's what it
We used
is
to,
too. Not even just gentrification. It's just the fact that nobody want to get to know each other. Like you know what I'm saying. Like you're around all
why,
these people, and
why we have to go through a tragedy before we show each other some type of love, some type of support. You know what I'm
nah,
saying?
that's clear though, for
Day
real.
and age,
But
you right now to this day. I don't know when the last time somebody knocked on your door and said, "Can they borrow some sugar?"
real talk. And I like to, when I walk in my building or whatever, I don't talk to everybody, but there's certain people in my building that I have like formed like, good friendships where I say what's up to them every morning. Like,
Mm-hmm.
there's a nicer dude that cleans the building. I actually said to him this morning, like, and he was mad shocked to hear it, but like, it was like one of those moments. I walked up to him, I said, yo, peace, good to see you, whatever, boom, we
Uh huh.
kept it moving. But then I doubled back on him and I was like, yo, thanks for actually cleaning the building, bro. Like, thanks for actually doing your job. And he stopped and he was like, yo, I appreciate that. Like, but you could see it in his face, like, damn, I
Yeah,
ain't think niggas would actually look at it this way. Like,
but
so,
surprised. You'd be surprised to just be able to extend what they call them what's the right word? Some warm words will help someone. You know, just be able to speak on someone like, hey, you know, you're doing a great, awesome job, man. You know, just a little
mm,
admiration goes a long way, man. Just being celebrated goes a long way. It builds your morale, no matter what you do out here in the world. You know.
100%, 100%. Um, well, yeah, man. I don't really have too much on the talking points. I feel like I was just like trying to understand like the role of a journalist,
Yeah.
things of that nature. Do you have any questions for me if you want?
Oh, why not, man? What made you become MC Reef? That's what we want to know. We gonna flip. We gonna flip this.
Um,
We turn into a hip hop raise me interview, a newer one,
I
a
mean,
more extensive one.
that's the only reason why I did it because I know you good with the questions and you quick with it. And I can learn from you as well as I'm doing this podcast. Like I like to learn from my peoples. So what made me become MC Reef? It wasn't really my plan in the beginning. I wasn't always
Nah.
like, yeah, I never really like planned to do music. But I feel like it was just like subliminal things that were just like placed in my life. Like I played clarinet in sixth grade. I didn't get to do it for a long time, but I had the experience. Yeah, then it doubled back on me in high school. I got well in senior year. I got to play like a range of instruments.
Mm.
But then I also found like this MP3 player, that had like a whole bunch of music on it. My step pops used to play the same three albums. My sisters used to always sing along on the radio, so music was always there, and also at my stepping up ceremony when I was moving on from I think what is that like pre-K to first grade, I believe. We did Nas, I Can, and I think that's what ultimately got me to
Hold
start
on,
paying attention to
hold on,
lyrics.
hold on. I'm sorry. I've been grown for so long. Hold on, that was your stepping up ceremony song. Nas, I
Yeah,
can
yeah.
get out of here, yo,
I know I can.
yo,
We just sung the hook, but it was
yo.
just like it was just dope. It
That
was a
is
cool experience.
amazing. That is
Yeah, and
amazing, bro. Yo, I
yeah,
like
we had to
stuff
study
like
that
that.
song.
I love stuff like that, man. I do, bro.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but moments like that, it's just like I kind of like just took heed to it, and then like when I was in high school, it was like two different things. So I had two deans. I had this one dean who always looked out for me, who like basically, he made sure like if he had to suspend me, he suspended me or whatever the case was. But he taught me like, yo, you gotta do this or you gotta, or whatever. And then you had this other dean. Once this dean left, he took another job at another school or whatever. So the dean that replaced him or whatever, he was like, you got two choices because basically I used to breach security. I used to sneak in mad devices and shit like that. So like the phones, PSPs, all that, and I was real good at it. But he caught me. But
Mm.
he was like, "Yeah, you got two choices. I can expel you, or I could put you in this program. My school got Rhythm Not Violence. So in there, they basically teach you how to write music.
Mm.
Well, not necessarily how to write music. They just give you a theme, and just tell you that your words have to rhyme. It wasn't no real teaching going on there, but whatever I did learn from that, I was able to take from
Yeah.
whatever I was listening to and shit, So, and then the second part was the dude I was like closest to in high school. He was a producer, and he was from the Netherlands too. So he was like from a whole different country. Didn't speak English, but he's a producer, and he's like telling me like, "Yo, you should keep on rapping. You should do this." Like whenever we had to perform the rap that we wrote in the program.
Okay.
So yeah, yeah. I would like spit it to him, and he would be like, "Yo, this is actually good. Like, you should, record this, or you should record your own music, or whatever the case is." And when we graduated, we got our first studio experience, and then it took us like damn near 7 hours to record one song.
7 hours.
More like a
Uh,
verse. It was like a feature, but it was just like learning the whole studio process, how to stand in front of a mic, how to, write your rhyme schemes, how to get your energy up, like punching in and stuff like that. So after that experience, I just knew that I wanted to continue doing it. It just felt fun, like being able to, and then I also always wanted to be heard. I always felt like I like my destiny was to deliver a message, you know. So
Do you remember your first rap you ever wrote?
not the whole thing. It's just like this one bar where I was like, I was trying to be a cool kid, not really in the street. You don't really want the beef. Always, it was something like that. But I don't really, yeah. So it was basically talking about non-violence. So I was going down a storyline of like I'm conversing. Like I started off in violence, and now I'm trying to figure out how to get out of the streets or whatever the case is. But I really love the verse, and I wish. So the reason I don't remember is because my step pops, he used to always tell me to clean my room. I wasn't always like a messy kid, but like I'd always have like those days or whatever where I just throw shit in the corner or whatever.
Yeah.
And those would be the times he would tell me to clean my room, not when my shit was always clean.
Yeah.
Like so. One day I came in and he just like emptied my room, like just threw all my shit out, whatever I had in there, my writings, my drawings, all. I was into mad shit, he just threw all of that shit out. So I didn't get to like drain it into my head. Like, some people study their shit. So yeah, I was robbed of that experience. But it is what it is, I enjoy being an MC. Being an MC, Reef, shit.
MC Reef.
Right.
Yeah, so MC Reef, where did the name actually come from though?
Well, my name is Sharif.
Okay.
And like just growing up listening to music, I started discovering that a lot of the artists were calling themselves MC, and what MC actually meant. The same way like a lot of people saw Lil Wayne and started putting Lil in front of their name, it was kind of the same thing. But this was around like 2010, 2011 where I actually changed my name to that. So the real origin, on Facebook, my name was Ambitious MC Reef, but my rap name was Young Reef or Reef. I didn't have a true identity. I just went by Reef. But I did a song with the homie Y8. Shout out to the homie Y8. And it was called Millionaire. And he when he went to naming the song, he was like, "Yo, what should I call you? Ambitious MC Reef or MC Reef or like what do you want?" And I was just like, "Yo, you know what? MC Reef actually sound dope." So like ever since that day, I just ran with MC Reef.
Reef was born. Okay, that's what's up, man. I like that. All right, tell me one time where it was difficult for you to actually write a rhyme, and what did you do to overcome it?
Sheesh. I was working on The Unexpected Volume 2, and there's a song called Love Hate, the bonus track. And I was trying to figure out how to make like a love song or something like that. And at that point in my life, I haven't really been in any like, I guess, deep loving relationships where I was like, I could talk about love or something like that. Or in my family, my mom wasn't married or nothing like that. So I didn't get to see that kind of love in the household or, these kind of things. So I was just trying to figure out like how I could do that, So for the hate part of the song, it's split into like two different beats, two different verses. So for the hate part of the song, I just talked about my experience from my breakup that I had in the relationship. But for the love part, I basically just started asking people. Like I had this really big thing. Like I would ask people like, "Yo, how did your relationship last so long?" Or "How did you get married?" And like, "How did you maintain it?" Like I always ask like the OGs that or people that were like, and I would just take from that, and then that's how I ended up creating the song.
Okay, that sounds dope, man. So, your last project, Unexpected 3, right? Volume 3, right? So, what is your favorite track off of that album?
Damn. It's crazy. I don't even listen to the album like it's mine. I'm gonna say Do It My Way. Do It My Way is like it speaks from my West Coast influence. I did grow up on Pac. Not a heavy Pac fan, but like Pac introduced me to like the whole West Coast vibe. So I fell in love with the like the way that they used the 808s. I fell in love with the low riders. You know what I'm saying? That whole culture. So when you hear the track, it just embodies that whole West Coast culture. And then it's like I'm talking about doing it my way, like just whatever I'm building up, can't be knocked down, So that's how I open the song actually. So yeah, that's how I feel about it.
I like it. when you shot the video that you have out for Unexpected 3,
Mr. Unexpected,
um,
yeah.
it's Unexpected. I like that one.
Thank you.
Where did you shoot that at? That was Corsi's.
Yeah, that was in London actually. So I wanted to shoot the video in New York.
Mm-hmm.
But I like you know how it is when you want your homies to come outside or whatever the case is and they don't understand the vision, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, I'm shooting a music video and nobody responded to my message. So I had like about a week or so left before I had to go out to London. So I was like, you know what, if nobody don't respond, because I was willing to shoot the video. So I didn't care if I had to shoot it before I head to the airport. I was gonna do it. Like, so anyways, boom, go out to London. Um and at the ending of my stay or whatever, my flight had ended up getting delayed. But the day before my flight, I met the videographer.
Mm-hmm.
I got invited to a video shoot. We started chopping it up. So out there in London, a lot of people, like once they hear you from New York, they're like, oh shit. So it's a whole new locked in, everybody want to know shit. So after the video, he was like, yo, how much longer are you here? I would love to shoot a video with you. So it just clicked in my head like, oh shit. So I did the same thing. I put out the message, yo, I'm here for like 3 extra days. Let's shoot a music video. Boom. Only one of my homies showed up though, so it was all good though. I was grateful for that, because he traveled like 2 hours like to come see me. So yeah, so that's the homie that you see in the video bopping his head with me, my homie Hard Q. He's a dope artist as well too. But yeah, so the dude shot the video completely free of charge. He just wanted to work with me. He thought I was a dope artist and we came up with the idea right on the spot.
I like that video. It has a real hip hop feel. I mean the song itself too though. I love the beat. I love the beat itself. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it very much. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I like real original music. I love original music. I don't like music that's cliche. Like how somebody let's say whatever today's hit and everybody mother want to have a version of it. Like after a while, it's like you can't listen to it no more. 'Cause, like we already heard someone convey something to this. It's like it's like it becomes redundant after a while.
Right.
So I don't like that. Me personally, I don't like music. To be put out that way. But I like something that's original, something that can resonate with me. You know what I'm saying? It's real hip hop. You know what I'm saying? That's why I like the stage name MC Reef. I thought it was dope when I first told me because you don't hear that no more. You don't hear the MC such and MC such and such.
And people can't pronounce it. That's the part that pisses me off, and that's why I'm like, yo, y'all need to do y'all research on the game, like get back in tune with the era, like this is
how do they pronounce it? I'm curious to know.
They call me Mick Reef, M Creef, like it's just a whole bunch of dumb shit, man. And I'm like, yo, how do y'all can't see that? Like a lot of times I have to spell out the whole MC. Yeah. And it's like it's annoying, man. It's like, yo, y'all need to get in tune.
That's crazy.
First off, people don't even understand the difference between Mick and MC. Like capital M, capital C, MC. Capital M, lowercase c, that's Mick. Like they don't understand the difference between that. Yeah. So
but I honestly think that's like a depending on where you from, right? Because 9 times 10 to separate MC, most times people put the period in between. You know what I'm saying?
Got it. I see that.
Or it won't even spell MC. It'll be spelled MC with the EMCEE. It'll be that. It's different ways. But I love it if they true to what hip hop, the whole culture, what hip hop is, and to be an MC. Because I'm an MC. I love that word, and I love the fact that you still carry it on. So not too many people running around with names like that. They running around with some new names, like my son. They call himself J. Dot Spin. You know what I'm saying? Some different shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh man, that's crazy. I mean, I love the creativity, but sometimes you just gotta pay homage to where you like, and that's the thing too. Again, a lot of these artists don't pay homage to the culture. It's like they just want to be a part of it. And it's like,
Yeah.
damn, bro, you gotta be a student of the game, man. You gotta know where you came from before you go somewhere else with this shit. Like, it's cool to be different and change the game, like,
Totally
but what are you changing? Like,
agree.
do you know what you're changing?
I
Like,
totally agree. You know, and the way music is supposed to be given or put out there, you know, it's supposed to teach something. It's supposed to be able to give some type of you know, history lesson or something, some type of jewel.
mm,
It's supposed to be something that people could take with them and grow on with, you know. So you know how that goes. You know, so what is next for MC Reese?
I got the tour with Frank Knight in April. We're going out to Paris. But
Hmm.
before that, I'll be performing in New York for the first time this year. Um, at the BK Art Fest, the spring edition, which is with Underground
Okay.
Advocates, Frank Knight. We actually just had Frank Knight on the last
Yeah,
episode. Yeah,
that's
yeah,
lit.
we chopped it up.
I'm supposed to pull up with them tomorrow for the
Mm.
10th anniversary for free lunch.
I'll be there.
Okay,
I'll be there, yeah.
no doubt. We definitely gonna be there. Me and you know a couple of my hip hop radio, you know, co-workers and all that. But
Mm.
yeah, I'm definitely gonna be at the spring BK Spring Fest, you know, as they call it. You know, we're gonna be there too. So we got a lot of things. But I can't wait to see you perform again because I enjoyed your
Appreciate that.
performance last time. You know, you sounded different from what everybody else is doing there. You know,
I like that you said that too, man. And not
you
to
did
sound
though.
like cocky or anything like that, but that's usually what a lot of people say to me. Like when they hear me performing, like, yo, you sounded different from every other artist. And I guess I gotta
Yeah,
ask you, what was the
yeah.
difference? Like what did you hear differently that everybody else?
MC.
I feel that. Okay, I appreciate that. I mean, it's not
MC.
like I go there every day to be like to be told that, you know what I'm saying?
No,
But the fact that a lot of people
no. It's
say it, it
just,
makes me curious.
it's
Like,
just the other artists, and they were dope. They were all dope as fuck. However, had they were missing that one thing that you have, the it factor
mm,
that you have as far as being an MC. You know,
I
and,
appreciate that
and
definitely.
even the ones that potentially could be a MC or those that are MCs, that wasn't the genre of music they was pushing at that moment when I viewed them. They was
Okay, that
pushing
makes
them.
a lot more sense. That makes a lot more sense. I understand that heavily.
Yeah,
And you know what's crazy too? It's funny you say that. Like I struggle now to put together a set list because it's like now I'm starting to curate a fan base. So it's like they have favorites. Like I went to a few shows before where I performed and they were like, yo, I'm mad you didn't do comments. I'm mad you didn't do get high. Or damn, bro, you didn't do VIP or and it's just like, damn, like now I gotta really be,
yeah.
conscious of my set list a lot of times.
Well,
So
well, well. To counter react that, to counter that, you gotta bring your backup plan. Your backup plan is your own fans that's gonna boo, you know, that's gonna whoop the whoop for you when you on
yeah.
stage and you perform for them, and everybody else will
I'm
follow.
actually doing a concert later this year. So
Yeah,
it's going to be in September. So that's all the details I have now. But once I get the
okay.
venue and everything secured, but it's going to be like a little celebration of all. Like I'm gonna try to do my best to bring together. I don't know how many songs I'm gonna perform, but I'm gonna try to bring together some of the classics, some of the newer favorites and stuff. Like hopefully I can get everybody in that room to like really be happy that day. But it's gonna be like my real true testament to like the artistry. Like Frank actually inspired that, by the way, because he's been doing his anniversaries and stuff.
He
So I
is
kind of want to do that for
dope.
myself and
So
see,
he
you
is
know.
a dope individual. You know, I actually met Frank Nizza um, through Army Regime. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
I'm not sure if you're familiar with Army Regime, but Army
Nah, what is
Regime,
that? It's a collective.
Khalil, um, somewhat, you know, but that's Khalil Regime or Army Regime as he call itself. He actually my little cousin, but
Okay.
he, him and Frank, they all have been in the mix with each other over the years throughout doing music. Wordsmith, all the guys, and you know, there's a whole
Nice.
bunch of them. So, I met Frank through one of his events that he had. You know what I'm saying? For the name of that project they dealing with. Art over content. They got, I forgot the name of it, but art over content. He be helping a lot of youth that are troubled youth, and he helped them transition back in the streets and things of that sort. And he helped them with music and things of that sort. So a lot of them are entertainers. And I met Frank through there, and he invited us to the first BK or Winter Fest, and it was dope because I already seen him perform like twice already through the through my little cousin's events. And I love how he shares his energy and he shares his platform with multiple of different artists. You don't see that often.
For sure.
You see that often, and then the fact that he does that, he helps artists get these festivals that he throws. Days on days and days on end, he has back to back of awesome talent, and I love to see that.
Authentic word.
And they could be from all over the world, all over the country. You never know what you're gonna get, but it's all dope shit. You know what I'm saying? Pardon my French. You know what I'm saying? But it's all dope music, and I love that. Music is my first love. So if you dope, I'm there. I'm there as a fan, not just sitting there working as Hip Hop Raised Me or CEO Dream. You feel me? So
right.
Yeah, but I love
that, man.
I love.
Well, yeah, man. Thanks for coming through, man, and sharing your energy here with us, man. Last thing I want to ask of you, do you have any type of advice, any type of gems, any comments, whatever you want to drop and leave for the people that's gonna watch this later?
All right, always believe in yourself. Put yourself forward for once. Everybody could, turn around and say they believe in you, but you gotta believe in yourself. Cause ain't nobody out here is gonna do it and believe in you but you. If you don't believe in you, nobody gonna believe in you. Shout out to Brooklyn BA. Boy, that boy is tough too. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get him on the show very soon. You feel me?
Nice,
Shout out to Brooklyn BA. He's nice. You gotta check his music out, man. You know what I'm saying? But but always believe in yourself. Like the reason why I say you believe in yourself, because ain't nobody you're not gonna fail yourself. Everybody else will fail you, but you won't fail yourself. So as long as you 100%. Believe in yourself, trust and believe, you're gonna go further. No matter how farther than the eyes can see. If you believe in it, it's gonna happen. You feel me? It's a secret. The secret is actually believing. The laws of attraction is moving forward and pulling yourself forward to it. And,
fact.
Trust me.
Real fact, man.
Believe in yourself. Always remember. Believe in you. You dig?
No matter how crazy it gets, man, rain, sleet, or snow, you have to, man.
Yeah, I always say, you ain't gotta believe in me. I believe in me. You dig?
Okay, I feel that. Definitely heavy. But yeah, man, thanks a lot for coming through, man. It's been a pleasure. Great conversation, man.
For inviting me to your platform. You know what I'm saying? Live with MC. Going live with an MC with MC Reef. You know what I'm saying? My name is CEO Dream. Hip Hop Raised Me. The blog.com. Y'all can check us out on all platforms. Check out the website. You know what I'm saying? Check out my twin, the Invisible Man. Pop bottles on a yacht. It's going crazy right now. People loving it. Shout out to Bigger Hood. Shout out to MC Reef, Frank Knight, all them guys, you know what I'm saying? And underground advocates, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to them. Also, you're going to see at Ruthie LeBron album release party on the 24th. Shout out to Ruthie LeBron. You dig? Nice. We everywhere. Yeah, that part.
Thanks, brother.
All right, King. Bless up, King. You already know. Salute. That part.
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, okay, cool. All right, so that was the end of today's episode, man. Thanks for everybody for tuning in, dropping your comments, asking your questions. Next week we got 2 more dope guests coming through. I will be dropping the flyers throughout the week. So if y'all enjoyed this episode, drop a follow. You feel me? I do follow back, and we do these every Wednesday, every Saturday. So see y'all next week. Peace.